Essential Partners began 25 years ago as the Public Conversations Project, and our work is really helping people figure out how to have civil, respectful, thoughtful, deep conversations about complex public issues that often become polarized and are often situations where everybody's talking and nobody's listening. And our job is to help to create space where people feel that they can speak from the heart about what matters most to them and can listen deeply to others whose viewpoints may differ. I always think about issues like this very much as a jigsaw puzzle. Everybody's got their own piece or pieces, and sometimes each of us thinks that we know what the puzzle looks like. And when we can put our pieces together, we're likely to have a much better idea of what the puzzle actually looks like. The key to doing that, it seems to me, is really to think about exactly what you're talking about beginning at the first steps. It's not to go ahead and kind of design your structure and then invite people who might have different opinions. It's really to involve them at the very earliest stages in the design and the thinking that can help us to shape a forum that takes into account their concerns, and frankly, to ask them, what would help this to be a constructive venue, a constructive opportunity for you? What would you need to hear from other people that would help you to feel like you could speak fully, and that what you hear, that what you have to say might be more likely to be heard as you understand it, rather than heard by your opponents. So the work would be to create a multi-perspectival planning group. It starts right there by asking people, what could make this worthwhile for you? What would you want to see come out of this that could be valuable? What kinds of concerns do you have? How do you think we might be able to address those concerns? What kind of language is going to be inviting to you? What kind of language might invite you to shut down? How do we create a place where people don't feel demonized or attacked, where the focus is on the problem and the issue, not on the people? So the way that we start is really just by involving people at the beginning and having them understand that they're part of shaping what this event is going to look like. I'm guessing this will be something that will be attractive to some people and not to others. And frankly, for people who are strong advocates and who don't see value in this approach, I'm hoping that what we could do would be to talk with them about the value that we see in it. But ultimately, it's their choice. If they want to engage in advocacy as opposed to a more collaborative approach, there's room for that. But I think that what this can offer is the idea that often wiser solutions are crafted when we understand the situation in a more complex way, and when we take into account the viewpoints of those whose ideas may differ from ours. What we really appreciate about the possibility of participating in this effort is the idea that it brings together multiple stakeholders, and we think it's very creative. We think it's got the possibility of moving the needle, of really helping people to come together in a way that can produce deeper understanding, greater complexity, and therefore the possibility of wiser solutions to this very complex and at times very controversial issue. And I think the planning and the forethought that went into the design of this and the comprehensiveness in terms of attempting to engage the many different stakeholders is something that's really unique, and we're excited about. We're looking forward to being part of it.